Hi, Spurti. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation and coming so far. It was so privileged, and I really appreciate for accepting the invitation and being here. So, before we actually dive into the interview, I would want to start with this one stuff that is, how did you start off with who you are today in the industry and what inspired you to get started with that? Can you just brief about your introduction and what inspired you to get started with that?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Poornima. That was a very sweet introduction. And hello, everyone. This is Spoorthi Vishwas. I'm really glad to be a part of this show because anything that women comes up with, it's with an intention to help other women, help the community, and that's something kind of puts my interest into it, and then I feel like okay, let's go and be a part of it. So, coming back to what I do, right now, I think this is some question which I feel find it really difficult to explain because there's so many things that has been doing. I also feel overwhelmed sometimes, but yeah. So start off with, I would like to introduce myself as a leadership coach. Who's finished her, ATD certification. That's American Association of Training and Development. So I finished my ADD certification and I'm a leadership coach. I finished my NLP certification. So I can call myself as an NLP coach as well because I, consciously practice those skills and apply it as well. And of course, as a life coach, though I don't much personally involve into it and don't go into the personal space or train people on their life, but I'm a certified life coach. I run my own company, which is a full-time training company, which is Dream Big Vision Private Limited. And I head marketing for one of the top South Indian travel brands. I'm the chief marketing officer of Travel Mart World Tours. We have 5 branches: Bombay, Chennai, Delhi, and Mumbai, and also head office in Bangalore and Karnataka. And yeah, founder of Karnataka Women Achievers Awards, Indian Women Achievers Awards, founder of Dream Big Foundation, and yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. Beyond all of this, I used to be an actress. I've done 17 Kannada films and 2 Telugu and 1 Tamil. I think 3 Tamil. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. But everything started by being a television host, and that's where my root lies. Though I've left films about 8 years ago, I think camera, interviews, glitz, grammar, makeup, this hasn't left me. So I love being on camera and I love speaking. Yeah, so that's about it.
Yeah, we can sense that energy. That is your native, and that's taken you so far, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, and so much feather on your hat. I don't know how do you really manage to show up the quality in each areas because I've sensed it, I've witnessed it, I've been around you, and I've witnessed the energy that you have, the quality, the kind of an intention, the kind of an energy you bring to the people around. So, how do you maintain that high quality energy in everything that you do?
See, honestly, this is a question which comes to me quite often. But I would say, Poornima, I also feel overwhelmed. Let's not, say that, I'm always in that peak. But on a contradictory, I'm actually loving each and everything that I do. There's nothing in my life that I'm doing which I don't like. Okay. I love travel and I'm into travel business. I love training and stage is something which makes me feel so alive and so pumped every single time I go there holding the mic. So even if I'm on stage like 5 continuous days, I still love to be there. There are days that I was, at the end of the day, I was not even able to stand. In that moment also, that doesn't show up 1% on my face. Maybe I would say thank you so much, everyone, and go back to the room. And my team even have the videos. Like I've literally fallen, not being able to walk on the corridors of the hotel that I've been doing workshops in. But that doesn't show up until the last second of it, right? And when it comes to kava and aiva, it's pure passion and pure intention what comes in picture. The intention of actually, service is the word that I would like to use. Service to women who really have that passion, because I am somebody who comes with zero background. I'm somebody who has nobody who's an entrepreneur in my entire family. no entrepreneurs, nobody into entertainment, nobody is like, who is done business. So I was the first one. And I know it's not an easy task. It's not at all, you can just dream of it and do it. It takes a lot of efforts. For them, what is really required is not the money, not the support, not anything else, but the skills. A lot of people come up with this motivational factor that tumko jo chahiye, you can do it. If you dream big, you can do it. Dream big, yeah, first aspect, I always tell that, but the core factor of success is skills. What
Yes.
incredible and extraordinary skill that you have that puts you apart from everybody else. And that is what sets you different from everybody else, right?
Okay, now the
People,
question.
yeah, please
No,
go ahead.
please continue. Please continue.
I was just saying that, a lot of people come with factors that mujhe kuch karna hai and ನನಗೇನೋ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಸಾಧಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಹಂಗೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ. But ultimately boils down to it, you finished your degree and you have the same skills which you're applying nowhere. Those
True.
3 years, 4 years you've studied, and that is not even 1% related to what you're doing today. What I
True.
studied in my BBM, what I studied in my MBA, I don't apply not even a 0.1% of it. Yes, that's a degree. I respect that. But the skills that is required for today's life that I'm running, I did not learn in my degrees. All that I got it through my training. All that I got it through my experience. Right? So what puts you apart from everybody else is how well you're upgrading yourself, how constantly you're upgrading your skills, how much you're trying to uplift yourself as a better individual in terms of the capabilities. So that's what sets you apart from everybody else. And that's the way to success. And that's the only way to success. I have not seen a single person in this world who's become successful without skills. But
Completely
everybody
agree.
wants to become successful, but don't want to invest in skills.
Yeah, I completely agree. But what do you think are the key essential skills that is ultimately required to success in any industry?
See, honestly, I feel creating a dominant personality sets you apart every single place. That's why I say leadership skills is something which is extremely important. And if we are addressing women here, I think that is something extremely important according to me. So the moment you walk into some space, that dominance, that leadership, that credibility should be there. And that comes with skills. So now what are these skills? I would say that one of the top skill is a way that you communicate. The communication skills comes in picture and plays a very important role. Now you may say, okay, communication skills, no, I didn't study in a good school. I don't have anybody who can teach me. Not I. Come on. I also was somebody who couldn't speak English until probably my 10th or 11th. I couldn't speak English and I didn't have a teacher who spoke to me in English. Right? Today, I'm a two times TEDx speaker. When I look back to it, I feel like, okay, is this all true? But when I actually go back to it, I feel proud because I put in efforts. Right? So communication skills matters a lot. Your public speaking skills, your negotiation skills. You might be wondering, no, I'm not into sales, but why do I negotiate? Every individual have to negotiate. They have to negotiate their ideas with somebody else and say that, okay, this is the better idea than yours. They have to, even a person who's, speaking about a salary to a HR, he should have a negotiation skill, right? It's not about sales. Then every individual should have sales skills. It's not about a person who's in sales. A business owner should have sales skills. A working professional should have sales skills. Sales is not about product or service. Sales is about you're selling your ideas as well.
True.
How well are you selling it? How well are you communicating? How well are you presenting it? All of this matters, right? Even a small skill like, I know it's very underrated. I want to look the same way. How you look matters a lot. How well groomed are you?
Very
Grooming
true.
skills. personality skills, and relationship skills, like how well are you with people, and a lot of people come up with this issue of confidence. It's always when you lack skills. Somebody who has skills, they're never underconfident.
True.
You
True.
go ask anybody to talk about something which they are good in, their skills, they will explain, right? So to become
Yes.
confident, you have to become good in skills. So like this, I can decision making skills, money management skills, human skills. How good are you with people? Team management skills, time management skills. I can just go on and on and on.
No, I completely agree, Spurti, because there is no person is succeeded without any particular skills in their life. So I am sure
Yes.
I completely agree to this, and I just want to understand something here. We all start small,
Hmm.
it's not that we get to the skills to the place and it's not there available all the time. So we start small and slowly and gradually we get to go to the different level. And
Hmm.
you also in your industry, you also in your life would have started small somewhere, and
Hmm.
you might have overcome a lot of challenges when you started. So can you
Hmm.
please talk about those challenges? What were those challenges that you started initially? Because this
Hmm.
kind of a confidence, you are actually an inspiration to a lot of women like me out there who wants to dream big, achieve big, succeed big. Now, in that case, you also started off small. And what was the challenges that you faced when you started, and how did you overcome them?
Okay. So Poornima, yes, I started off very small, but I wasn't slow.
Hmm.
Though I have been able to create a small mark in 10 years, I still feel I was little slow. Maybe if I did have this kind of a speed or the training that I have today or the evolution, probably I would have been 10 times in a better phase now. Okay. So, and this question always put me into a thought, okay, did I really have challenges? Or did I see it as just a part of my life? Right? Okay. Yeah, I had challenges. I've been raised by a single mother. I didn't have a father to back up. Yes, I did not get big opportunities in films. Yes, I was not privileged with a wealthy family, but nowhere I felt these were challenges. It was something I had, and it was something a part of my life. And probably I never saw that. I was only focusing on what I had. I was focusing on, okay, I'm blessed with an amazing mother. I'm blessed with amazing friends who can be supportive. Probably I'm blessed with, a mother who could actually afford the best quality education for me. When I say best quality education, I'm not speaking about the 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs ka schools. I studied in a 10,000 wala school only, but I studied well. When I say quality education, I did not go to an MBA in abroad paying 60 lakhs or 70 lakhs. I paid only 3 to 4 lakhs, and then did my MBA. So, some of them might think, okay, she had a mother who could afford best quality education. No, best quality education, whether you study in a small college, big college, how you study and how you upskill yourself, how you build your own skills matters a lot, right? So I probably have no answer to this, what kind of challenges you had faced, but whatever came in, I did not stop. Jabbi, when my bank balance went zero, I did not stop. When people cheated me, I did not stop. When my team left, I did not stop. When there was a phase that there is nothing going forward, I didn't stop. I kept searching for an alternative. There were phases where, I was at zero. When it comes to zero, I say I had no people around me. I had no money with me. I'm not talking about like 10, 15 years ago. I'm talking about 2, 3 years ago. Bank balance was nil. People were zero. If I turn right, if I turn left, I did not have people. I was looking, okay, whom can I ask support for? I was not cribbing saying that, okay, mere paas paisa nahi hai, I don't have money in my bank, I don't have people around me. No, I was saying, okay, who is that next person I'm gonna get? How is that next money I'm gonna get? Now my bank balance is nil. Next, मुझे मेरे पास पैसा कैसे आएगा? What work can I do so that my sustainability gets started?
I
You
think
know?
probably this positive attitude in you is what sets you apart from other women out there or other entrepreneurs out there. You said, I really like the way that you said, I started small, but I was not slow. So that was kind of a bulb on to me. So this is something that is of my personal question. So as a mom, we'll have a lot of mommy guilt. There are certain phases in life where even though you try to keep moving forward with the baby steps, there is something that pulls you back is your family, the kind of a bonding that you share with your child, with your husband, with the family around, and with your dream. That's something that you want to dream big of or to pursue your dream. What is that, what do you think is that major ingredient that you have to keep on high all the time to play high quality role everywhere?
See, honestly, I don't play high quality role everywhere. Okay. I play high quality role when you ask me, where do you play the highest quality role? At work. Okay. I don't play the
Okay.
high quality role at home. And this is the fact that we have to accept. Okay. I cannot be a super mom at home doing everything for my daughter and also being extraordinary at my work. I am someone, honestly, Poornima, if I'm sleeping, my मेरा दिमाग में mind ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ even when I'm sleeping, even when I'm feeding my daughter, I'm giving her food and my mind is running. Okay, next ಯಾವ ತರ collaborations ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನ್ marketing strategy ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, probably ಯಾರನ್ನ meet ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, what could be the plan, so this is constantly there. I would say 24/7. I've opened my eyes with this thought. How can I bring in investment? How can I make my brand bigger? How can I, establish myself in a bigger way? How can I build an empire? These thoughts, so subconsciously, it's constantly running in your mind. Okay. And for me, that is something which doesn't make me a super mom. Okay. And I don't regret about it.
And thank you so
Can I
much for
have
accepting that fact.
Yeah, and I don't have a guilt about it because for two reasons. Okay. Here, what comes in picture is yes, I love my daughter, and when I am with her, I give 100%. Okay. Whatever the best I can give it to her, I give it to her. Second, my daughter is a very protected child, has an extraordinary and the world's best father. Okay. And she's super blessed. Though she doesn't have the super mom, she has a super family. Okay. And she has a super duper duper father. Okay. Who probably, when I am there, he takes back all the step of being a father. He puts it on me like, you do everything. But when I'm not there, he becomes everything to her in my absence. And to be very honest, Poornima, people may say, okay, that is why you're able to do it. I would say my intentions are very pure. My vision is very pure. My purpose is very pure. And that's why I'm blessed with such a situation.
I think, and that is the reason universe is blessing you to move forward also, no, because of the intention
Yes.
that we hold
Yes.
on.
It does not happen with luck. It does not happen with, what do you say? It does not happen with luck. It does not happen with, okay, that is why you're here. No. Universe is watching everything. There's something, you call it God, you call it universe, whatever you call it. ನೀನ್ ಮನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತಾ ಇದೀಯಾ, ನೀನ್ ಏನ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀಯಾ, every second is being, calculated. Okay. And that itself creates your environment. That creates people around you. What kind of people you meet, it's exactly proportionate to the kind of thoughts. And I feel surprised when I get to meet extraordinary people in my life who becomes one of the major assets to my thoughts, vision, and things like that. And it has happened with me. And it's not luck. It's because ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಕೂಡ there is some divine power which is observing that and seeing your actual intention. Okay, ನನ್ ಕೈಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ನಾನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. If these are your inner words, you may not speak about it. These are your inner words. ನನ್ ಕೈಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಂದು ಇದೇ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you are actually communicating same to the universe. And when you are actually true intention, it's not like ಒಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದ್ ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಆಚೆ ಒಂದ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನೀವ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ ಇದು ನನ್ ಕೈಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ, ಆಚೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ ಕೈಲಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. It does not catch your words, it catches your intention. So for me, I think I'm very, very, very blessed with an extraordinary childhood. By which I mean, though I've been raised by a broken, I've been born and brought up in a broken family, a single mother. My mom never ever had a negative, thoughts. No differentiation between boy and a girl, and no comparison, no jealousy, no negativity. It was always about support, encouragement, love. I think childhood matters a lot. So in that way, I feel very, very happy. So I don't manage everything. I think I keep my intentions very, very genuine and very pure, and I really put in hard work towards it. The social media life that is seen, that's not actually, you see only the glamorous world to it, but I work my ass off. I really put in work. There are times that I sleep 3 hours, 4 hours, and I don't mind. But that's also not good. Now, of late, I've started realizing, okay, I've turned 30 and the energy levels are going down. Now, next 5 years is my game. I have to change it. Whatever, now that people in Karnataka know a little bit about me, next it's national level. And my 5 years is the target. Next 5 years, what difference I'm going to create is my thing. And after that, even if you want to do it, your body won't really support. The kind of energies that you have right now will not be there after 35. The kind of energy would be had in 20 to 30. Now we don't have it. The body doesn't support you that well. It keeps decreasing. So, you have to set a target. Okay, if you're in 20s and listening to this, start now. Otherwise, you'll be too. If you're in 30s, it's too late. If you're in 35s, don't worry. Now also start.
And this is something that
still okay.
This is something that I want to talk about. So for those women who are at those 30s, who are those people in 30s and just starting out, what do you have to say? 20s, the little energy is different level, but we are just starting out from 30.
It's never too late. See, in 20s, what you can create in 3 years, in 30s may take 5 years. But it's better than, after 5 years regretting I didn't start. It's better to start now.
True. And thank you so much for accepting that fact. I really loved that you told, you accepted the fact I'm not a super person. I'm not playing equality everywhere. It takes a lot of courage to say that. We, especially in India, women are given that primary role. Amma andre, you have to first play the mother role, then the family wife, daughter, and then get out to the work. So those women who's putting the work as a priority are called as selfish, stubborn, arrogant ladies.
I have not heard those words. I hear it every single day, but it's okay. I know about me. I love my daughter. I will do everything. Today, my daughter doesn't get scared to come on stage and speak. That's because of me. Today, my daughter goes up on her school stage and speaks well. That's also, she's inspired by her mother. Today, my daughter is also recognized as one of the most caring kid. That comes with empathy. So there is always positive side to it. Yes, I can't give her the time like every mother who is a full-time mom can do, but it's okay. I will give very good values to my daughter. I will give her the best education. I will show her the world.
And that's why we love you, Spoorthi, because the kind of an positivity that you have everywhere, every question that's thrown at you, you handle it positively, you answer it positively, you play positively. It's not just the question, and I'm sure the challenges in your life also. Now, I would just want to understand, what is that major characteristics that you feel that you've inherited from your mom that you want to give it to for your daughter for sure? And you feel if that's given to her, she will survive and she'll win the game.
Okay. So very interesting question. The one thing that I would like to take from my mom and give it to my daughter is her positivity. Zero comparison, and the way she respects everyone. My daughter is not allowed to say hogo baro to anybody. She has to say hogi banni. Everywhere. The kind of respect that I have learned, it's not just from my mother, it's from my entire family, from my mother's side, that I have learned. Now, yargu hogu ba antanu matadsala. If yaar jate matadru, we give them respect, even if the person who is working in our house, we address them hogi bani. Ni bandra bartidira. Illappa ಬಂದ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಹೂ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದ ಹೌಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನು ಅಂತ. ಅನು ಎಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ಯಮ್ಮ, ಆಯ್ತು ಪುಟ. ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗಿವ್ ಹರ್ ದ ಕೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗೋ ಎವ್ರಿವೇರ್. ಇವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್ 10 days, ಐ ಗಿವ್ ಹರ್ ದ ಕೀಸ್. ಐ ಸೇ ನೀನ್ ಬಂದ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲವ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಶೋ ಟು ದೆಮ್ and for the respect that we give them, they will always stay genuine. ಅಂಡ್ ನಿಮ್ ಮನ್ಸಲ್ಲೇ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ನಂಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಥಾಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಅವ್ರು ನಮ್ದೇ ಇರೋ ತರಾನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. You getting my point? So this is something I would love to give away from my mom, and the values that she has installed in me in terms of ಯಾರ್ ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ನಾವು ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಜೊತೆ, ಇನ್ ದ ವೆರಿ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟದಾಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಡ, ಕೆಟ್ಟವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಸೇರ್ಬೇಡ, ಕೆಟ್ಟವ್ರ ಸಂಘಕ್ಕೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಕೆಟ್ಟವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಡ, ಕೆಟ್ಟವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಡ, ಕೆಟ್ಟದನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಡ.
ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಕೀಪ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಅವೇ, ಕೀಪ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಅವೇ. ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ಯಾ ಇರು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡು. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಬಿ ವಿತ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಹಾನೆಸ್ಟ್, ಆಸ್ ಅ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್, ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ಟಾಕ್ಸಿಕ್. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್, not even 10 minutes I start feeling suffocated. Hoganwa, please Hoganwa. If anybody is talking negative about anybody else, I don't even know them. Nangallirakagala. I feel very toxic and sakkat hinse agak start agutte. So this is something. And finally, the values of education that she has installed in me, that education is extremely important, and that's come from my mother. Yeah.
Lovely. I can see that love that your mother has given to you and that love that you want to give it to your daughter. It's so pure. The intentions are pure, and the positivity, of course, is because, we can see that positivity in you. Maybe online or offline, I would completely agree. The person you are and the positive vibes that you create around is immense. And just because you have Thank you. And just because you've told me this, for the next 5 years, I want to go international, and that's your intention. So, what do you think are the biggest opportunities that you have in your industry for the next 5 to 10 years, and which you want to dominate?
See, there's no opportunities. Okay. There's no opportunities which is visible. You have to create the opportunities. And I know I have a clear-cut idea about what kind of, branding is my core expertise. Creating brands is my core expertise. And that's where I want to. So I have taken up, people will ask me, MBA aitu, yella aitu, business chanagattide, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಓದ್ತೀಯಾ? But taking up a doctorate at 32 and still wanting to upgrade is something I'm doing it for myself, not for anything else. So the way I go and learn somewhere and get those knowledge, the only intention is I can give better to my students. And what I want to do until my last breath, I don't know which industry I will survive, but training until my last breath, even if I'm having my last breath on my stage, I will be happy. I want to train, I want to give those skills, I want to be, make as many as women be capable to become financially independent, become strong individuals. So the whole vision is not putting myself above anything in this whole map, but the impact that I create should create a huge difference. Like a lot of people should say, okay, मेरा life तो इतना change हो गया. I changed my life because of this training. And yes, Karnataka Women Achievers Awards, Indian Women Achievers Awards, now Dream Big Foundation. So the whole vision is aligned to one simple thing, because of Dream Big Foundation will be a foundation which will support aspiring women achievers. Okay, through mentoring, training, leadership programs, entrepreneurship programs, for physically aid aspiring students, their support, and financial support for women entrepreneurs, etc., etc., etc. So this is the whole alignment. So they can apply through our platform to get support, and then we choose the credibility based on the credibility, based on their passion, intuitions, and intentions. We select them and we support them. So this, I want to make it a pan India kind of accessibility, because 1.6 billion people, out of that, even if we are able to impact 10 lakhs or a million people, then I think you will breathe your last breath in a very happy and contented way.
This is so sweet. You have been playing different roles in different areas, and still you want to take things bigger and bigger, and you're not satisfied. It's like, okay, I've got something and I'm happy with that. Beka sakilapa, and I just want to keep moving forward and a thought ideyala. So how do you actually look into what kind of an approach you have for this kind of a thought? For moving forward, it's sakagila. People say don't be more and more greedy. But according to you, being greedy is good in any industry, in business, or it's something that you have to look out for? How do you see this approach?
I would consider and say I'm desperate about success.
Hmm. So you don't
I would put
consider, sorry.
I would not say that I'm happy, I'm satisfied with what I have today, but there's so much more. There are people who have achieved 100, no, 1,000 times more than me. Let me see how far I can go.
That's
There are
nice.
people who have done bigger and bigger things. I've done little things. So if people have done such big things in life, there is a possibility of me also doing such big things. Let me see until where I can go.
This is actually
Right?
quite a good. I think we
Yeah.
have to write it down every day. Let me see how far I can go. I'll start writing this as my affirmations because it's so lovely. From a television star, entrepreneurship, training, heading a marketing, travel industry, and then a personal brand expert, in fact. So, so many roles, so many things that you've been playing, and still you feel, you want to see how far you can go. And this is the courage that we all love you for, because especially me, I love you for this courage that you have,
Thank you.
and for accepting the facts that you already been talking about repeatedly everywhere, maybe offline and online. I've heard you telling this. I am not an equal person at home and at work. So it takes a lot of gut for a mom to say I'm not a super mom, and she has a blessed father, and I am not equally there. So it takes a lot of courage. Now, what do you have to say for these women? Literally, my heart goes out for those women that I've been speaking lately. They say, my father don't support, my husband don't support, I have a babies, and I cannot do this. And they start crying. They say, even for 5,000, 10,000 rupees, they feel like, I want to make money. I want to be independent, at least to buy a small gift for my child, but I'm not able to do that, ma'am. So for those kind of women, in fact, these women are burying their dreams for the sake of their family. So what do you have to tell for those women who's actually burying their dreams for the sake of the family?
See, here it's extremely wrong to blame the family. Okay, the first thing. And to be very honest, there's nothing called ನನಗೆ ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ because of this. Okay. I don't believe in that. And I don't even connect with that point. Okay. If you want to do it, there are women who have come out of roads, who have come out of railway stations and done it. Okay. And if you want to do it, there are women out of everything. Here, your choices, decisions, and how well you handle matters, and your personal desperation towards doing something what you want to do. I know it sounds very harsh. I know it sounds very, very rude for me to tell this, but do not blame anyone for your inability to take actions.
ಇದನ್ನೇ
So
ಗಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಿದ್ದು.
So do not take, you know, ನಾನು ಅವರಿಂದ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅತ್ತೆ ಮಾವನಿಂದ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವರಿಂದ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Yes, I do understand, I do respect there are a lot of challenges that comes in, okay? And that challenges is with every woman who has been become successful, not just you, okay? It is there everywhere. This challenge is everywhere. This is a challenge which will not change for the next 20-25 years. Okay, maybe it will change later. Become when, you know, I'm not going to be a mother-in-law for a, you know, for a girl, but I'm going to be a, you know, mother-in-law for a, you know, son-in-law. But maybe if I had a son, I would look at it in a different perspective, right? But it's impossible. I feel very sorry for women who say, nam appa amma hange, nam husband hinge, nam atte mava hinge. No, they didn't have the kind of exposure that you had. They didn't have the kind of, you know, the kind of network that you have seen, or the social media exposure for them to become superficially broad-minded, right? They were in a shell and they believe that is their world, and you can't change it. The one thing you can change is 20s women, take a decision and make a decision. Be very clear about who you're getting married to. But if you're already married, be courageous enough to take that step. Okay. There is nobody in this world, at least with the orthodox family, who will say that, okay, ನೀನ್ ಮಾಡು, ನಾವು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರ್ಸಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ನಾನು ಮನೆಯಿಂದಾನೇ ಆಚೆ ಬರಕ್ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ. You're not, you're 18, come on. No, you're not, you're 18. Damn it, you're 18. You're an adult. Okay, and you are capable of taking that decision, and you're legally allowed to take that decision, what you want in your life. Okay, nan family ginta idu mukhya agatta. All these questions, this is something which comes on me, on my face every time, okay? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾ, ಇದನ್ನ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾ? ನೀವು ಇನ್ನೂ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, that is more important to you, and accept that. You know, see, the problem is you want to become successful and you are stuck here. Your physical body is in that family, but your mental body is in work. You're not aligned. Okay, you are at home speaking negative about the entire environment, that situation and everything, but your mind is constantly observing that success that you want, which you are actually attracting over the social media, looking at people who are becoming successful, right? But consciously your physical body is stuck in a negative environment where you're not supported, where you're not. But it is important for you to take conscious decisions on slowly and gradually stepping out and taking small steps. You know, I had an example. I have a student by name Sharda. Okay, she was a housewife for 12 years. Now she has done, I think, 200 plus events. Okay, and I have another student who's by name Akila, event wise only. My students have seen they've done. It takes small steps. You know, nobody is going to tell you, okay, nin madu. I have also seen students, my heart has cried for this. Our workshop ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಅವರು ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 6:30 7 o'clock ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಟೇ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಿಂಗಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೋಯ್ತು. 5 days ಬೂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಬೈತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ನಾನು ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಯುನೋ, ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪೇನ್ಡ್. ಐ ಮೀನ್, ನಂಗೆ ಒಂಥರ express madak agde ira. There was some pain in me. Why? But you know what? If that day she stayed back and faced it, it would have made a huge difference for her. Okay.
So you mean
she went back here. She was not in a party. She was not out doing something wrong. She was there to upgrade herself. She was there to live her dreams. She was there to take her certificate. She was there to achieve something. And when you know that you are going to do well in something, and when you know that you're going to put in right steps, don't get scared of anybody. And that person who genuinely loves you, he will not give up on you. Who matters to you is a husband. That person who genuinely loves you, that you're going to put right steps, will stand by you no matter what. However unevolved that person is, however orthodox that person is, if he understands your true, genuine intention and your hard work, it's going to work.
Lovely. I really like the fact, if someone who's literally care for you, who truly loves you, will stand by you no matter what kind of challenges that you
They
face.
will. They will. They
That
will. They
you,
will definitely. And also the fact is that that person who genuinely loves you, for you, for me, my husband matters the first. If he is believing in what I'm doing, Vishwas, to be very honest, is not a husband who will be like, ನೀನ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀಯಾ ಯಾವ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀಯಾ I will interfere. No, he's always been like, he also gets a little upset when, this is the fact, he also little gets upset when I'm traveling too much, when I'm too much into work and all of that. But of late my husband has become so understanding that he tells me, hey, why don't you do this, why don't we do this? He starts sending me reels saying that, hey, why don't you, kind of dress like this for your workshop? And that's the evolution that a woman can bring in the house. In fact, Vishwas has not seen a single entrepreneur in his house, especially women. There's no women who's even working in his family, not a single woman. He's not seen that working class of women at all. But still, my husband supports me, stands by me, and, he's there. Because probably he knows your intention and he knows how hard you're working for it.
so you agree that if your intentions are right and if you are putting in right hard work, people are there to support you, and don't do the blame game. Face the challenges.
Just say it's okay if they don't support. See, women becoming financially independent can bring them immense confidence. But, where it makes a difference is, Poornima, a lot of women become financially successful. That makes them become a dominant person in relationship. Here is where a lot of women go wrong. I don't mind putting my husband 100 and me being 99. It's okay. But I would not be 0. That's okay. The male ego, if you're satisfying it for your good relationship, it's okay.
This is lovely.
It's okay.
Truly love.
I would like to put my husband above me any day. And if that is something which can keep my relationship good, fantastic.
And I think this is the reason.
Yeah,
please.
No, please finish it. Yeah, tell me.
I think this is the reason that you've been able to play the game so beautifully, trying to train people, your personal branding, your work, your family, your child, and your relationship. I literally didn't wanted to mention, but I can see that love you both share each other. That comes to you with the flow, and you say, I literally don't mind putting my husband's ego on top, and I don't mind being there because to save the relationship and the beauty of the relationship. I think this is why you've been able to play this so well, because of this attitude. You said I have not faced any challenges.
Poornima, recently I was just seeing this. It makes so much sense to me. ಯಾವಾಗ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ನಾನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ದುಡಿತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ದುಡ್ಡಿದೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿನ ಹೇಗ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದೇ ಹುಡುಗಿ ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ದುಡಿತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್, ನೌ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೀಡ್ ಎನಿ ಒನ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. So there's a lot of difference. For me, if I'm becoming successful, it's about how successful we are together as a family, what I can do for my family. My business success is different. My individual success is my family's success. And I would put in equal efforts to, support my husband, and I would expect the same support from my husband as well. And I think that is something different. But yeah, I do understand there are a lot of challenges. Magun nodkolak yaru illa, adike nan office ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕನಸುಗಳಿದೆ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ದುಡ್ಡು ಸಾಧಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಆ ತರ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. See, this was the whole intention of creating Karnataka Women Achievers Awards. ನೀವು ಹೋಗಿ ನನ್ನ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾರೇ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರೆಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಈ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಇತ್ತು.
I agree.
Each one of that reason that you are giving for your inability to take action is the same reasons all of these women who are successful, who have done incredible work had. ನಂಗ್ ಮನೇಲಿ ಯಾರು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಯಾರು ಗೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. And if you ask me, that's the same story with me.
And me too.
I am not. Yeah, that's, if you want to do it. So idrinda, there's also a context. Women become successful and that's why divorce rates are increasing. No, it's not the truth. It's because women are voicing out to come out of unhappy marriages. And that's the real truth of divorces. People are choosing consciously to not live in unhappy marriages. Right? And I'm not supporting divorce here. I'm supporting only those people who genuinely come out of unhappy marriages. It's good not to stay in unhappy marriages, unhealthy relationship, than suffocating yourself every single day and staying there. Right? So it is not women becoming independent making divorces more. It is because people are consciously choosing healthy way of lifestyle than being in a unhealthy relationship.
True, I agree. Your courage to talk that out matters a lot. It's not because of financial independence, it's because we are consciously choosing ourselves than over others, in fact. So you being role model for all of us, many of us, I should say you being one of the biggest role model for me. Every time I feel low, I go and watch YouTube TEDx talk of Spoorthi Vishwas, who talks about how as a single parent mother raised her and how these people survived, how from television, everything. Now, who is your role model? I am sure you might have someone in your life as a role model.
See, off late professionally, I truly look up to Elena Carden. I have personally spoken to her and I've had quite a lot of interaction. I love the dominance that she creates, and I love the kind of leadership qualities she has been carrying. I love the way she's been handling the family. I love the way she supports her husband. I love the whole, my ideal. I really look up to her as professionally. Personally, I don't know her much because until and unless I meet anybody personally, I would not judge their intentions or things like that. My personal life, I just look up to my mom. She's so grounded, she's so nice, and she's humble. Though her life went upside down, I never, even once in my life, have seen her complaining. Though today she's been living single and without any partner for almost, I think for about, I'm 31 now, so 26 years. It takes a bloody lot of courage, to be alone every single day, to sleep alone every single day without anybody in the house. And after me getting married 8 years ago, she's been living alone. And even today, I have not seen her complaining about it. Sometimes she comes up to me saying that I'm ಬೇಜಾರಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಒಬ್ಳೆ ಇದೀನಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫ್ ಹಿಂಗಾಗೋಯ್ತು, ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ. Never in my life. And to be her, it takes a lot of courage to be what I am today.
I think you have to thank your mom for giving Spoorthi to all of us. The positivity in Spoorthi to all of us.
You should thank the universe to put in my mom into this world so that I was able to do something. But the fact is, I think that takes a lot of courage, For me, staying alone for even 4 or 5 days is like so difficult. I need people around me. I'll be like, I need my daughter, I need my husband. It's like that. But staying alone for these many years takes a lot of courage.
Actually, yes.
Genuinely, yeah. So I think in personal life, I don't need a better person to look up to than my mom.
That's really great. Mom and Elena Carden are your role model. That is your mom and Elena Carden. I can see the flavor of Elena Carden. The way she talks about Grand Carden, you talking about Vishwas, the way she binding up the family, you doing it the family. You're bringing it to all of us, and it's so beautiful. Thank you so much, Purti. I wish or I pray to God that He has to give you more power for you to reach more and more people like women, like me, and moms like me. And you might disagree that no, I'm not playing equality everywhere, quality role everywhere. But I strongly disagree. Go to your Instagram and see, go to your YouTube television time and see, your movie time and see. Everywhere your beauty talks. As a mom, your beauty talks. As a wife, your beauty talks. As a marketing head, your beauty talks. As a personal branding expert, your beauty talks. Everywhere your beauty talks. So, what strategy do you actually hold in order to position yourself as a high value expert in by doing all these things? If you don't mind, could you please share that with
For
us?
me, for me, how how good you are is important, and how well you tell people how good you are is more important. You may be extraordinary artist, but what storytelling are you telling people about your life, about your skills, about your work, about your for me, branding is about being the best and conveying that in a best way. Whatever you're doing, the messaging has to be the best. I'm constantly working on it. I am constantly working on how I can, better my positioning in terms of media, in terms of I'm very conscious about how I present myself. I'm very conscious about how my pictures are. How my uh, the whole look and feel of my social media, the whole look and feel of my positioning in a company. It's not just an Instagram or something like that. What is the position of my position in the company that I work? All this is something which I decide. I take a full control of my positioning and branding. So when you ask me that how you strategize all of this, I consciously put in efforts. So I'm very well planned in all of this. The only place I'm not planned is my house. I don't know what food I'm going to eat tomorrow morning. I don't know what lunch I'm going to eat today. I mean, tonight, what dinner I'm going to eat. That is zero conscious. Sometimes there are days that I haven't, switched on the stove at the home. But there is never a day that I don't know what work I'm doing tomorrow. It's always planned. So ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತರಕಾರಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ತರಬೇಕು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ only happens when my friends are coming home or when I have guests and things like that. Otherwise, I'm okay with just putting a bar of sandwich and things like that, putting peanuts and eating and coming out and things like that, which I consciously want to put in change of efforts, but that's not my focus right now. Right? But I'm very well planned when it comes to my work. My next 6 months is planned. My next 1 year is, strategized when, what, which day, what we are doing. And my calendar is fixed. My training programs are fixed. When we are going to do 10x India, when we are going to do Indian Women Achievers Awards, Karnataka Women Achievers Awards, and when is that I'm going to travel next for work. Everything is structurized. I know what exactly I'm going to do for next 1 year. And
So, do you think?
I also know what I'm not going to do for next 1 year. Right? So because a lot of people keep asking me, what is the next training program? I really want to create extraordinary training programs for the base level and, all of that. But I can't do it right now because I don't have time. Because right now my focus is structurizing 10x India Conference, Growth Conference, and Karnataka Women Achievers Awards and Indian Women Achievers Awards. This year I'll finish all of this, and next year I'll focus completely on building extraordinary structures. And that's why I took up my doctorate program, where I have a executive leadership program as well. Along with that, my doctorate is in business administration, where I can do a lot of on-ground research and paperwork and create my reports and things like that, so that I will have the expertise where I'm training all these people. So in that way, I'm very, strategically planned when it comes to work.
So do you think this conscious planning is what helping you dominate in the industry for all this 12, 13 years?
I don't know how far I'm dominating the industry. Maybe I would not accept that right now. But yeah, as a trainer, I do believe that we dominate in South India. I have very less knowledge about the female trainers in North India. As a female trainer in South India, yes, I do see that dominance in the industry. In terms of creating IP events, we do see dominance. In terms of travel, company positioning my travel company, I do see dominance. But otherwise, there's a long way to go. But yes, planning and structurizing and having 100% clarity about what you want to do and what you don't want to do puts you far ahead of everybody else.
So sweet. Thank you so much for being so transparent everywhere and talking the raw facts without confusing the audience. In fact, Elakade, you gave that courage talk, courage answer without disturbing the question or without confusing the audience. And I really loved it. I can sense your energy, your intention, even offline. And even now, I don't know how many times I've told this, but then here also, I want to say, I love you for your positivity. Please do more and be more for people like us. And I pray God and wish God for this. And
I
I
wish
had a
for
lot
the
of,
same.
yes, I had a lot of questions, but I wanted to talk to you about, but due to time constraint, I think I would really want to do or come up for the part two series, but then sometime later on, if you would wish to. And for
Sure,
this
definitely.
conversation, I'm really
I'm
thankful
damn sure
for,
after this conversation, you will be thinking, okay, I should have asked this, I should have done this, because I've done a lot of interviews myself. I started my career as a celebrity anchor, and I used to feel like, okay, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಈ question ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. So definitely there, see, because even if this interview is watched by consciously aspiring 2 3 women, and if that changes their thought and puts in, I have a lot of women who just message me after 3 years, you know what, I attended your workshop 3 years ago, and this is what I have changed, and this is what happened in my life. Truly puts me, makes me feel good. So that's why when it comes to women, when it comes to, consciously giving back and that service, even if through just by an interview, I am game for it. So let me know
thank you
when you
so
want to
much.
do it. We'll do it.
I really loved it, and thank you for being there for us all the time. I know you're going to make this big, and I'm waiting for the 10x event. When is it going to be? Yes. Any
Absolutely.
clue
We're
when is it
also
going to happen?
working on that. That's why I recently went into Summit, to learn the best positive, possible experiences that we can create. Hopefully, we'll do the best.
Thank you so much. And last but not least, one question that I would want to ask before letting you go, because I really don't want to let you go, but because of the time constraint, I know I would want to ask about one small thing. What do you think about the entrepreneurship? What is the definition that you have towards entrepreneurship? And do you think there is two different entrepreneurship and women entrepreneurship? Is there any difference for that?
No, there's nothing called women entrepreneurship or entrepreneurship, first thing. Second thing, don't get inspired by Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube to become an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is not ಯಾರನ್ನೋ ನೋಡಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅದು ಆಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, how good are you at actually creating an idea, designing it, conceptualizing it, packaging it, positioning it, and selling it. That comes down to a point, what is your idea? ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದನ್ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಅದೇ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ನಾನು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಅನ್ ಆಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿನರ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಗೋ ರಾಂಗ್. ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾನ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹುಡುಕ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ, then it's a very short term, vision that you have. The entrepreneurship starts with an idea. Okay, and that madness about that idea, like pitch madness. ನನಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನಾನು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. Right? So a lot of people go wrong today saying that, okay, I've seen so many entrepreneurs, 9 to 6 job quit ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು business ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡು ಬರತ್ತಂತೆ. I've seen a lot of people getting inspired, saying, okay, ಅವರು ಆ ಪಾನಿಪುರಿ ಮಾರೋನ್ಗೆ 60,000 ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತೆ ನಾನು. But it's a fake motivation, It's a very fake motivation. To be very honest, the people who were saved during Corona was only those people who had 9 to 6 job. And it's amazing to have a 9 to 6 job. So don't quit your job just by getting inspired of entrepreneurship and directly jump into a business without having a knowledge. First thing is idea idea. ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಗೆಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ತಾಕತ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಹುಚ್ಚು ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇದೆಯಾ ಮಾಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂತೀರಾ ನಾನು ಏನೇ ಆದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ, ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆದ್ರೂ ನಾನು ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಪುಟ್ ಮೈ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ, ದೆನ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಇಟ್.
And also be ready to learn if you don't know or if you don't have any idea.
Yes. It's not being just being ready to learn continuously. But ನೀವ್ ಏನೇ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅದ್ರ 10ರಷ್ಟು ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ಅದೇ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. There's no monopoly in any business today. There's no monopoly in any business. ನಮ್ದು ಒಂದೇ ಈ ತರ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರೋದು ಅನ್ನೋಂತ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ರೇರ್. ನೀವ್ ಒಂದೇ ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿನಿಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 100 ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಒನ್ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಆಪ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10 ಜನ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಏನಂತಾರೆ something new comes in, it just comes out. So it's like, yeah, being desperate about something, create an extraordinary revolution through your product. Yeah, that's very important.
And I can see your desperacy for success, your hunger. Alla, hungerness na bari kannalalla, maatalli, and that energy I can sense. So if I can ask, what motivates you to stay hungry all the time? I know you're hungry all the time. It's alilla nange next anta you're repeatedly moving. So what motivates you to stay hungry all the time?
No, I'm not satisfied with the kind of success I have, probably.
Not satisfied?
No. Why will I be satisfied with what success I have right now? I told you, right? There are millions of women who have done extraordinary work. I don't know how far will I go. I would not say, oh, nange ashtu dura hogakagalla. Maybe I will go, right? But if they have done it so well, so beyond imagination, then nan kailu agatte. Let me see how far I will go.
And that is what is keeping your hunger alive.
ನನ್ಗೆ ಖುಷಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಕೆಲಸನ ಬೆಟರ್ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ that makes me feel good. I wake up every day with the same energy that I have to do this work, and that actually keeps me motivated. And I think that aligns a lot of things for me, like my good amazing team who can even 1 or 2 temperature idru ನನಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ನನಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. And even in the midnights, if they have to do some calls or anything, they're ready for it. That's why probably I've been blessed with a husband who says, "Yenadru madko." That's why probably I have work which loves me back. That's why probably I was introduced to this unimaginably beautiful world called training. I think there is no world in this world, no industry in this world which can give you the love that training can give. It's an ultimate industry where changing lives and creating a better life for somebody is the best profession in the world. And that's something a teacher or a trainer does. And
I can see that love.
And I'm so grateful to universe for putting me here in this training industry through my mentor, Darshan Somaya, because without him, probably I wouldn't have been here. So meeting him was universe call, and getting into training was universe call. There is some unnatural power, which actually gives me all this courage or energy to do whatever I'm doing today. And I strongly believe that through this entire Dream Big Foundation, I think it will create a huge difference in women's life. And that's what we are intending to do.
Lovely. It was so inspiring to talk to you and be around you. I really, again, want to tell you, ನನಗೆ ನಿಮ್ ಕಳ್ಸಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಾಕಿ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ interest ಇಲ್ಲ. But again, sorry to say this. One last question. What is that one thought that comes to your mind when you sleep? Desperately, ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ ಮಲ್ಗಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಲೀನಾಗಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. You said in the beginning, when I'm working,
To be
you
very
think,
honest, ಮಲ್ಕೊಳಾಗ ಒಂದೇ ಥಾಟ್ ಬರೋದು 10x ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಐವಾ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಥಾಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. 10x ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಟ್ನ ಇನ್ನೂ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಐವಾನ ಇಡೀ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ಓಕೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಥೆಂಟಿಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಜೆನ್ಯೂನ್ ಅನ್ಸೋದು ಹೇಗೆ, ಈ 3 ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಓಡಲ್ಲ.
that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm waiting for the 10x. And I know this is going to bring a lot of change. And is it going to happen in Namma Bengaluru?
99%. That's the first episode of first season will happen in Namma Bengaluru.
And we are waiting for it.
Thank
you so much.
Thank
you so much, Spoorthi. I really appreciate for accepting the invitation, coming here and giving your valuable time and talking out of this, your heart, our courage. ಬೇಕು ನಾ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆ I felt that you were transparent and your intentions were pure.
I have crossed that phase of being very diplomatic, I feel. And I think I don't have the fear of anybody right now. I don't have to be scared of anybody to speak this out. Because I've been there, I've done that, and I've crossed that phase. And I think if people like me don't speak, then who will? There is no disrespect here. There is no disrespect. I mean, I absolutely admire and respect all the elders. I respect because it's just their mindset, what I was talking about. It's fine. You can't change that. Until and unless you change your thoughts, you can't change anybody. And if you sit and keep changing people's life and people's mind, then you don't have time for yourself. So for me, what matters is, I think, now I've crossed out of that phase where I get scared to speak anything. I think, yeah.
And that's why I think you've been playing all the role beautifully. The courage, the guts, this truth, and the intention that you hold. I know how powerful is your hug. I just want to end this interview with a big hug because the moment I hugged you, that was the moment I felt, no, this female is a pure bomb. You have a huge intention,
That means a
right
lot.
intention. And I love you for that. Thank you so much, Spoorthi. And I would really want to come back for the part 2. And I hope I didn't disappoint you with this interview and the conversation.
I had a great conversation. See, interviews also give me a lot of clarity about my future vision. Because when you ask a question, I can't just randomly speak something. And such interviews, it is a knock for like, okay, this is what exactly you're going to do. And you have told it, you better do it. That actually helps me in a way. So I see that in a very positive way.
Thank you. I really loved it. I thoroughly loved it and I enjoyed being here. And I would want to come back. So thanks, Spoorthi. And you have anything to say for people who's watching this? Yeah, I think there was a network lag again.
Got me? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that's okay. I was just talking about, before we say bye-bye, do you have anything to say for the people who's watching this video? Maybe men, women, anyone out there in the industry, business, life.
Whoever is watching this, those who liked this interview, thanks a lot and lots of love to you. Those who felt that whatever it is, against that good feelings about this thoughts that I was anything else, it's okay. And for those who felt that I want to take action, this interview was for you. So just take that step because set your intentions very clear, set yourself ready. Just if you are not sure of what you want to do, just start writing the clarity and get that things. Okay, ningeನೇನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ clarity ತಗೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಪೇಪರ್ ಬರೀರಿ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರೀರಿ, then find a right mentor and If you still don't have a clarity, then I'm not upscaling, but I don't mind selling my product because I know it is going to be the best. Because if you don't have a clarity, then 10x is coming very soon. It's for you guys. So just go ahead, probably follow my Instagram. So I'll keep in touch with you. And this 10x program, I can assure you, for whoever doesn't have a clarity, it's going to change their life. And that's where we're working on it. So yes, if you're an
And we
entrepreneur,
are
be
also
shameless
waiting
about
for it.
selling your product. So yes, go ahead. And I would love to see all of you there if we could bring that difference. But otherwise, I think thank you so much. May you all reach that desired level of life that you always have dreamt of. For that, take those steps. And I wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much, Spoorthi. Thank you once again for coming so far and being with us.